Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV.
In a few hours, the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic braces up for a showdown. Meanwhile, concerted effort to bring the two groups to a round table for consensus building proved futile. Nevertheless, the Supreme Court, of course, is caught in the eye of the storm. Tonight, we brace for a groundbreaking event in a couple of hours from now. I am Kwaku Annan, and of course, this is the Frontline show, of course, tonight. We're coming to you live from the headquarters here in Accra, the HQ of CMG, Group of Media Houses. And of course, we're live in Western Region on Tadi 99.5, Tadi 99.1 FM. We're live in Sunyani on Sunyani 88.1 FM, and of course live in London on GOB on TuneIn, modernghana.com. Still on GOB, pick it up on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. We're live tonight on YouTube, Facebook, and the link is my CTVGH, and remember to subscribe to the link, and of course plus the interactive segment on the WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. On the interactive segment, or if you like on the interactive line, the WhatsApp 020-297-3461, and all messages will be read. Folks, tonight we are left with few hours, of course, for the groundbreaking events in Ghana's Legislative House. Of course, that's the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic. And tonight, in a few hours before the airing of this program, we are picking intelligence from all angles. And of course, what it means is that there is what you call a concerted effort by, senior citizens of this very country to bring the two groups together, that's the majority and the minority, to, as it were, to build some sort of consensus, and then to see that this political standoff, as it were, would break out, and then beginning tomorrow, the two groups can sit in the August House and then run the business of the House for this republic. But unfortunately, folks, that is not coming on anytime soon, and it's definitely not possible that this particular consensus is likely to be built anytime before tomorrow. Now, what we can gauge the space is that it is likely that tomorrow Parliament is going to have one that you may describe as unruly, or a rowdy parliament, or whatever it is. Folks, we don't know. It is a whole mind-blowing, and it's something quite scary between now and tomorrow, because if you recall, yesterday, barely 24 hours now, the supposed minority or the majority, whichever way, because now even the media is even confused of what is ahead of. Yesterday, the NBC side held a press conference in Parliament yesterday and made a categorical statement that yes, of course, they are not going to leave any stone unturned. What it means is that they, as it were, would want to stick to the Speaker's ruling. So, as of the very day the Speaker made a pronouncement, they are sticking to that pronouncement of the Speaker, and of course they aren't backing off from that particular ruling. They believe that that is an authority that the Speaker has, as it were, comments on them, and so therefore they are not ready to, as it were, back down, or if you like, to accept the Supreme Court's ruling, setting aside the Speaker's ruling. They believe that Parliament is an autonomous body, Parliament is a house of record, and Parliament, of course, is what? It's a master of its rules, right? So therefore, they will not sit down and allow the Supreme Court to determine what must, comments on the floor of the House. All these and more tonight is spanning on this program, as we call it, the special edition tonight. Special edition, we title it The Supreme Court, right? The Supreme Court in the eye of the storm. Our special edition tonight is coming to you. Plus, our special edition again also on the mining side, if you like, on the illegal mining activities. And as I speak to you tonight, four multimedia journalists were heavily assaulted yesterday, were brutally assaulted yesterday. Severe assault. What it means is that the mining crisis isn't going away anytime soon. Therefore, more pressure mounting at the corridors of the President, His Excellency Kwaku Annan, to declare state of emergency. And the President is simply refusing to, as it were, to adhere to this very serious call by all stakeholders and by all and sundry. Folks, again, tonight, we have a special report also for you. The states of the National Cathedral. What has become of the 58 million United States dollars? Special edition. We're going to tell you where the money is and all about it. Folks, it's a multiple development story tonight we are bringing to you. Gauge the space as it is. And as I'm saying, we are left with a few hours that we all have to brace ourselves for this groundbreaking event in Ghana's parliament. As far as the majority is concerned, it still doesn't look like there is going to be any consensus that is going to, bring down this pressure building, except to say something strange we do not know, or unprecedented development fundamentally that is staring at our faces. And what is all this all about? We are left with about 40 plus, as it were, more days to go to the polls. What is happening to Ghana? What is about to befalling Ghana's young democracy? All these and more tonight is coming. Call a friend, call a brother, call a sister, call a loved one. Together we sit and talk and make a sense of it all. You can join the program on your smart TV, flip through, and you would get CTV to watch. In a very unlikely situation you are not able to tune in on your screen, go on the information superhighway, YouTube, Facebook. The link is my CTV G8 on YouTube, Facebook, and all. We are connecting every facet of the Republic and of course across the Atlantic. All these and more coming up, folks. Let's get started. Ebusiami jiri sa ohwe boni bi eni wakwem. Anadwi. Ayeshiu. Miano obi kan asem say Kwaku. Me baby so me ntia papa because my eyes are troubling me and I have to come and work. My eyes are troubling me, and if I look at the kind of saying my studio lights blazing here in the studio, it's not a joke, but I see a big because the clock is ticking fast with events happening, and we have to come and serve our nation, folks. And yasam ketwa kyerɛ sɛ wo hwɛ enne dwuma na ɛse ene wudie ne kyerɛ sɛ last week ye no wie ɛyɛ ejapade second review no. So that was the 6th edition of the second review of the ejapade document. Mote meboa God enti enne no ne ye ba betoa so sɛ enti ye de ejapade project update, which is a second document ye de toa so na Ghana for mu
Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Benchera, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority. Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Benchera, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority. Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Benchera, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV. The Frontline with Kwaku Annan, only on CTV.
Welcome back, folks, and of course tonight is a special edition. Brace yourselves, more to come. Call a friend, call a brother, call a sister. Together we sit and talk and make a sense of it all. The Frontline show, you what you listen to. I am Kwaku Annan, and of course investigative journalist. And folks, tonight it is a whole groundbreaking event in the Eba. Enya asamwa anodjo kra. Folks, studio high is you. Now said I may come a catch them. Ne se enti program na yeden etwa so eye ejapade project update because mienu, but we've used our discretion say no the ejapade project update na say dey etwere ho. So the ejapade project update no so this is going to be a third review. First review no and a second review no and a last week the brem. The third review of the Japade document, this time the project updates in the Bremo in the month of November ending. Second week, or if you like, yes, the second week of November ebe ending, and the project updating and on a document in endorsement, about 16 page, na ho and na obehu say document ni ye kan kire mo all throughout last 2 weeks ni last week ani mo wie, which of course Friday was the 6th edition of the second review Ghana for Motin Semo Masum. Now we share document ni kire o project no kwan ya omo fast no mo implementing 1 2 3. Now when you go to the Japade project update na oho and na obetimi hu say and na first document ni so one be we no wo mo di aba be share update ni mo a kire o say ya ye we awie ana so ntu be hu say the second document no wo say no ma kire completed ebiso so omo so no not completed ebiso e wo pipeline nim and omo ye right. Now Ghana for mo follow program no on Friday moti wo masum e kwanya the document in kire say afi wo mo de Ghana's judiciary e kwan be so no mo de be fa so moti e wo ha tonight me kan akire wo enti me nko pese ni mumu bi ni mo be shock. I mean, don't be too much shocked about what is happening in Ghana's Supreme Court, or if you like the Apex Court. The AC was Supreme Court to hold biara no sabriwe Ghana ni biara mo Ghana abrochimemu and all over the world. Do not express surprise because it's meant to come. Ni na our document meka is our portion naturally. All right? E kwanya one of the Supreme Court and now the judiciary so both appeals court, high court, and a Supreme Court ni nara by way of so one may fill up the bench. You now documented them. And they say, oh, Diana, Koshe. No, who say, Asam Kessie and Ebo Mimha. And into tonight, our special edition we title The Supreme Court in the Eye of the Storm. Yeah. And tonight, like I said, in a few hours before the airing of this program, we are monitoring every corner of the situation. And now, acquired to say, as I said, minority, majority for the two groups in Asia together. Now, one to me building some consensus. Be said, or Tuesday, the commencement of Parliament will not be disrupted. But unfortunately, as I speak to you, still, both sides of the divide, or if you like, yes, the both sides of the aisle, still cannot, will not, and may not have built or have met to, as it were, to build any consensus. What it means is that both sides of the house are bracing for a serious political showdown tomorrow. Well, try to make a sense of it all. That in the eye of all of this, one particular, state, arm of the state, if you like, you're kind of saying, the judiciary, NSCC are all stir the controversial any now. Yeah. Very serious. Folks, and tonight, we have a special report. So, a special report also on the mining field, on illegal mining. 4 multimedia journalists were brutally assaulted yesterday. Ebiom, your science was special report at the Ghana for on the National Cathedral, the 58 million United States dollars. Says tonight, I'm going to tell you where the money is. So brace yourself tonight for all issues coming. Now, quickly, let's begin with, of course, Ghana speaks Anna Mediwedri, and of course tonight the beginning is religious bell. Now tonight, our religious bell takes us to Pastor Ashimolo revealing exclusively to the church how he spent their special seed, offering, and other stuff on his family. Also for Ghana for Bebre. Now he revealed this exclusively to his church. A choir offers was spending and also or spending the offering, any special seed one of the bason, choir ben soon away or spending says he can. Now or spending no or spend the family is or the day. The person who would see one wasum. No who choir offers Sikanwa eba so no special offering is seed money including tithe dear no this is cannot dear nyame na mekan you Pastor Shimolo and walk away at Nasorima. Take a listen to this.
House will not tax my children. So when my sons married, I gave them a house each. And now that their children are born, I'm paying for my grandchildren from baby to masters. Not in some broken down school somewhere where nobody wants to go, but the best in town. So that no more tax in my family. My children will not pay the tax that my fathers paid. Jesus paid it all to him I owe. Sin has left a crimson stain. He washed me white as snow. Felt of the Lord that I should prophesy into your life. And that's what I have done tonight. Every time you receive a prophetic word, you must learn to react. I'd like you to say react. Oh, please say react. I want to ask you to sow a seed that covers all the 52 weeks of this year. And although we're already in the second week, you still must do for the 52 weeks. Because there are still some areas that belong to you. And they are coming to your house. I'd like you to say amen. $1,000. It's a lot for some people, but I want them to stand to the left. The second seed is a seed of a glorious expectation. For every year you have lived on earth, I want you to give 100 naira. No, 1,000 naira, sorry. For every year you've lived on earth, I want you to give 1,000 naira. So if you've lived on earth 35 years, 35,000. If you've lived on earth 60 years, 60,000. Those people will stand on the right. Those who are giving $1,000 to the left. 1,000 naira for every year you've lived on earth to the right. Those who are doing both in the middle. $1,000 to the left. 1,000 naira for every year you've lived on earth to the right. Those who are doing both in the middle. Get out of your seat. Listen. You must be able to plug into a seed during these 3 days. Travel a lot, ministering so much. My ticket each year is like 35 million naira ticket. This morning when I ask you to sow this seed, don't sit there looking at volume, look at value. For when you look at value, not volume, then God will make your life valid. God will change your life from the dimension in which you are to where He's taking you. I want you to sow a seed of 50,000 naira. 5 is the number of grace. GRACE, God's riches at Christ's expense. God's about to bring you into a season you've never walked, dimensions you've never been, and testimonies you've never given. Grace, so that God will remove disgrace. Wherever you are, I want you to know that God is about to do awesome things in your life, but it will start with the seed in your hand. Seed in your hand. When the people who are going to sow between $1,000 and $5,000, we're going to call you in one tranche, and you will come out to sow the seed. You need to see your business enter a new connection. Your life, your marriage, your destiny, your favors. I want you to get up. All those sowing between $1,000 and $5,000. Get up, stand up. All those who are sowing this, don't wait for anyone. Just begin to get up. The people who are the seed sowers, wherever you are, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. All those who are sowing between $1,000 and $5,000. I know you have 1,001 questions. Our offices will still be open. We will also keep safe even in the offices. We'll be able to answer your question on offerings, particularly those of you who have not yet.
Great, folks. So Pastor Ashimolo, have answered the questions on the minds of many. Kwanya, baby or de woman, you kind of saying tight offering, special seed nina and baby or de afafanina and Martin or Martinina. A lesson for all of us as Christian followers. Folks, on the politics of today takes us to yet another man of God, naming the enemies of the state and describing them as witches and wizards. How did he put it? After you do the politics of today, no, also for penibi ono Ghana. Na obobo atamfo a wo me atamfo Emma Omain Obubo Mudin. na obubo mudin wie no afi o say wono mo nya atamfo kekeo da bi wo mo ye abeifo a wo mo say omen na say eno ode asem no eto ho chenwaso na tie no oyo sofo ben take a listen to this.
Yawo MP beifo yawo president beifo me na me ka kire yawo member of parliament wo ya beifo yawo teacher ni beifo yawo DC beifo a ono kra de agimi ka ho ka obi nkodi aban mu nwia sika nkogu abrochire na nkora etwa nsuo ne ko school na nsuo afa owo baye nti oni abadaye oni team oye pe oya adamoni ni kasika yedi si toilet obi fa ntwe ticket mu oba na ne communicators me defend say waya obi so nye bia na bayi adokoro wa man no de nyina ye hwesei ene nsuo adaache ebe nom say ubia wa no kan bi pe osofo obofo MPP na waso na waka bi dia wo ya NDC ni ebenya Ghana ni abayi adokoro no a ni jimi afro patam na be dimatam abe kansa ma be twatro gumeso adentia ofiri party num waka gadam si asem nsu a esay a enipa kidney say dialysis ye ntimi nya no ni nua be wu bi ono so be wu anche owu atwede ya ba konforo but ne ya me boss be ye de ono de ne ye jimi oba be dimatam oborofo no gina mu fasika no esay wo man no nintimi nka because o asrafo atwa ne ho ahia ababa ba kiw agu ne mas ebe dwane agya se de dwane gya Yesu de asofo na gine o musika na o bagya pade na bayi lead o man no na sha wonya baifo a kanipa gu hospital da kolebu e ma akọwo o mo da fom ne ya de o man sika ma o se fa ya ba bia na Ghana stadium aye bobo yetimi ye din firim gu o man ani ma se ya mo ball biem nya bayi na ya wa timi hwe dan kese we yesi ho egu dan na nim ase am a whole stadium si Ghana so ya mo ball na nya bayi na adokoro wa obetia hwa awurade anim hwe nyame anim sei se wo hunu aponche akase na ntwie enya bayi na ye wa cash African crowd na nsuo so na nsuo yiri fa wo mo enam Libya desert ni ye kumbi ni ne ma eda woni ayam hyehye wo kromufuo wu enam nsuo so wu sei ama wo yam hyehye woni ma da hotel papa na nya boa na ye wa wonya boa na wo ye kimifo a how dare you Sama eti dwomu ton ade nsuo bu wo mo sori twane ka kwanya sem wo pemfo akọwo a wotimi wu won tika se nipa na wu na bayi nti atese wo man mu a wonya baifo na wo ye bofo a batan ya kra na wo ma wiase da na wu and you are happy you call yourself DC you call yourself mayor you call yourself member of parliament member of parliament my vote you don't deserve to be a leader chief. It is by accidentally that you have assumed that office. It is time that we have to speak truth to power. Before now, what no so what to abano that useless person and never to abama say MPDM. Nipa 50 city team to the vote. Only a chichiri a one antenna gonna done it ye pay. Now boa no kran minyansa che because kokoko obedru. Witchcraft. You don't have to be waited upon any person to care for yourself.
It's true.
Because they don't care about you.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Who cares?
No one. No one. No one. No one. No one.
About for near Bachelor. Hey, Chilame, we are a match. What do you mean, Chilame? What Chilame? Matuba. Are you all sick? One man be a juma be 7 years. 7 years got out of my first car. Which I mean, a cancer soon and the Fraba Chino. What to me a chilaman there? But a china you could tell from other could have 2 minutes. And also about Chino. Who made it over your cocaine for? What about what's a baba? What about black was over? For police in the court to Chinaman. But over Brava bottom, the Nipatete be am pie fo na na muta. We dey be tram.
Jesus name.
No fear be am anfo. Mark my words.
Jesus name.
Me sure the obetimi ya communipedua no. The obese wakra no. Kire me na. Na the osoma me dey be kire o kire.
Amen.
I'll tell you.
Ya bre. God bless you.
We are member of parliament when you abre yam bande be ye me am be ye so a wo dia na me board wo dia na ya cancel be you board dem me bo chena.
Thank you.
Because wo dia na ye chimi be ye.
No.
Some members of parliament.
Folks, yes. I want the men of God in this country to be talking tough like this. Simon, I said what? The men of God, the saints in this country, to be talking tough like this. Na me glance through, me share the on social media, na me copy back so. Tim say yes, I feel na ye juma. Na me say yeah, the patriarch himself, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, what tears him. Na me say was starting ye decrease be the we releases some decrease be into the atmosphere. And I'm saying yes, let the saints speak. Let the saints speak. Ebinye asofo na mo menmu no wake up. Ebrena so wake up. Asofo me say mo menmu ha wake up. Last 2 weeks and me commende asofo mushia ya we die men kan say e Christopher no wo mo diem wo mo do mo nsa ekogu hwan so John Dramani Mahama ekobo mpaye man ye wie ya nipa bi si yi wo mo ntijai ende wo ma sopa sofo bia na one among them are MPP for ne so mo ntiase no mo gusi so mo sopa no hwan Apostle Isaac Owusu bempa musi hey se Owusu bempa akwa bompa ye ama John Mahama hey omunti bida sisa ho ena Owusu bempa ye din wo wa ye din wo hwe mo nemzi we release statement bi so amon say so mo ne mbeto beto sedin ena efidie mpenifo mo MPP no nyara anodwom womunya tete atoto wirem kwaye mesrem ni mipom womedwane mahu dia Kwaku bofo eka. This is how the men of God in this country I'm expecting say mube sim na musumai den makasa amome enye journalists fo nko na yembetra ha ne entuetue politicians na so no because mokra ne de mimite minia sorry o ne minim se mintibi but mo asofo no we are stakeholders in our democracy because some Ghana for one politicians in Ghana for one to one. Some politicians in Ghana for niya. Some politicians in our main end the year and the citizens of this country end the year. It is most unlikely say munya enipa be do ewo masore when and at what point and at what time. So therefore, muna say mutuetue politicians na so even more than the journalists. Yeah. So no. Show. The Kwaku bofo eken. Ene da ho no. Na nya asem a. Me no mi ani to memu ha. Ghana's water bodies are being destroyed oh. Nipa da sani. A government has declared war on Ghana's water bodies. A nipa abai declare war on Ghana's natural resources. Enyo wanwa. Ana mo fi sa agro ni edie. Sa o tranwe ensuo na wo bennom no aban ne te ho emo amani pe bi kwan se we have declared war on the water. Meanwhile yeka yesidan water is life ensuo eyankwa ti aban ne trimbe din kura kosisen a nye no ne se President Adodan Kwaku Annan together with the candidates Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia betrust say no he doesn't care. And Bawumia is rather giving us what you call an afterthought situation, an afterthought. Bawumia ne change wo ba bemu a and on over Bechra say, Minumi and you said, the policy implementation on the mining field, 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, Baumiatiho, Nenitia said, Ghana's water bodies are being destroyed. Also, no, I ain't ready to speak about the water bodies. Me ready to me the policy program ebe to hold. Nemom, samuma me kwine na me ba. The question Ghanaians, you should be asking your vice president. He said, Mr. Vice President, ye, enti wo traho, ema busum mienu yake, ye no minsuye, ensua eye polluted o, acidic, cyanide, mercury, and all forms of and lead, all forms of pollution. Enti ebe no mebe wiema 2 months in ebe twaba, mo wababe di o me nsuo no. Na sa time no, Ghanaians have contracted diseases like cancer cells, kidney diseases, hypertension, diabetes, and all kinds of sicknesses. Then the question remains: who are the human species? Baumia ebabe ruluomo. Does this make sense to you? So, if Baumia doesn't care and still want to make sure, say, this was ba. Meanwhile, on what you are being more, Baumia ekute the mantle. The driver's mate, wokuta to me no, or see yet me yet, mami to me for Fransana. And he did this same way. Simahu. Me pesa utia no ubisa hun some way say. What say? What train? Emma would nancha onya se Baumia penia. Let Baumia display ba say me Baumia me na me MPP leader no. Me suna me be take mantle no. Enti me di me to me bois em ye declare state of emergency. If Akufo this won't declare. Has he done it? Has he done it? Should you go back for some walk catch them on? Semahu. Shen some walk catch them on. Me person will say Tieni bium. And I want all the saints as so from war memu wake up and let's hold the mantle. Let's defend the territorial sovereignty of this country. Let's defend our lands and our water bodies. Let's defend our territorial sovereignty and our territorial airspace. Take a listen to him and take a cue.
Your MP by 4, your president by 4. Me na me catch them. Your member of parliament you are by 4. Your teacher need by 4. Your DC by 4. Our no crowd Jimmy Ka. Ka obinko dia ban mu nwia sika nkogu abrochire na nkora etwa nsuo ne kosku na nsuo afa owo bayi enti oni abadaye oni team o ye pe o ya damoni ni kasika yedi si toilet obi fa ntwe ticket mu oba na ne communicators me defend say waya obi so nye bia na bayi adokoro o man no die nyina ye hwesei ene nsu adaachi ebe nom say ubie wa no kan bi pe osofo obofo MPP na woso na wakan bi dia wo ya NDC ni ebenya Ghana ni abayi adokoro no a ni jimi afro patam na be dimatem abe cancer ma be twatro gumeso adentia ofiri party num waka gadam si asem nsu a say ya nipa kidney say dialysis ye ntimi nya no ni nua be wu bi ono so be wu anche Who actually about comfort. Correct. But then they are me boss you be ye ono de na ye jimi. Yes. Oba be di matem. Oborofo no ginamu fasika no. Se wo man no. Mintimi nka because o asrafo atwa ne ho ahia. Oba ba kiw. Agu animas. Ye be dwane agya se de dwane gya Yesu ti asofo no dwane o musika no o ba japade. E na ba ye lead o man no. Na se wonya ba ifu a. Kenipa gu hospital da kolebu e ma ko wo mo da fom. Ne de o man sika ma o se fa ye ba bia na Ghana stadium aye bobo yetimi ye din firim. Gu o man ani ma se ye mo ball biem. Nya ba ye na ye wa timi hwe dan kasie we ye si ho. Egu dan na nim ase. E ma whole stadium si Ghana so ye mo ball. Na nya ba ye na adokoro wa. Obetia hwa awurade anim. Hwe nyame anim sei. Se wo na ponchi akase na ntwie enya baye na ye wa cash African crowd na munsuo so na nsuo yiri fa wo mo enam Libya desert ni ye kumbi ni ne ma eda woni ayam hyehye wo kuro mufuo wu ɛna mo nsuo so wu sei ama wɔyam nhyehyɛw wo ne mada hotel papa na nya boa na yawa wo nya boa na wo yɛ gyimifo a how dare you sɛ ma ɛte dwom tɔn adeɛ nsuo bu wɔn mo wɔn sɔre twane kaa kwan asɛm wɔ pemfoɔ kɔwo a wɔtumi wu wonte ka sɛ nipa na wu na bɛyɛ nti atɛsɛ wɔ ɔman no mu a wonyɛ baifoɔ na woyɛ bofo a batan ne akora na wɔma awiase da na wu and you are happy. You call yourself DC, you call yourself mayor, you call yourself member of parliament. Member of parliament, my vote. You don't deserve to be a leadership. It is by accidentally that you have assumed that office. It is time that we have to speak truth to power. Before now, what that useless person and never to Abama MPDM. Nipa 50 city team told the vote. Only a chicheria 190 not gonna done it to me a pet. Now, Boana Clan Minyansa shall be called Coco Bedru. Witchcraft. You don't have to be waited upon any person to care. Care for yourself.
It's true.
Because they don't care about you.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Who cares?
No one. No one. No one. No one. No one.
About for near Bachelor. Hey, Chilame, we are the Bachelor one. You. What do you mean, Chilame Coto? What Chilame? Matuba. Are you sick? One man, you might be 7 years. 7 years got out of my first car. What Chilame a cancer soon and the Frabachero. What to me a Chilaman there? But a China, you could tell from other Kura 2 minutes. And also Bachero. Who made it up your cocaine for? What is a baba? Who breakfast is over? For police in the court to Chilame. But over Brava bottom, the potato be a beautiful Nanamuta. We did a tram. No fear by Yaman. Mark my words. Monsieur, the Obetimi a community pediano. The Obasa can. Chilamenda. Now you are so many children.
Amen.
How dare you?
Your brain. God bless you.
We are member of parliament when you are young bandy bay, me a mobile years. So I would the enemy board, would the end you cancel by you, board them about China.
Thank you.
Because would the end Jimmy by you?
No.
Some members of parliament.
It folks, and me sure say wakasama mumubinemo atomasum. Great. When we say no wakasimbi or say then we are all king. When we be smart for say me ye be di matem ye me say this is how. I mean this is all about Ghana and who we are. Menemo ka say ba another lunatic frenzy. Abuo baby a nyanse ni trim waba me online so let me mention me bu ni dim amo online so mehu no or the dim bi no about see a friend bros 3 stupid animal abuo ba onim nyansa waba line so ne de ne say anyansafo ba na omu beti asem ne ye na ya ka bom ne adwendwe o man so no enam so no ye abuo ba a lunatic frenzy complete scavenger and a rogue, a senseless being. On we be general line say so obedi Kwaku Annan atem. Eno no work an. When say the adwini nya adwuma. But say America say walk across the street by line and do a random check. Maybe say Ghana for say how do you feel wabra bomi te saying? Bibia nya bibia no do not pretend to be say we NDC or MPP. Just as ordinary Ghanaian. Maybe so asem say enyoma te saying one particular thing under the prevailing circumstances of our environment now is the fact that Ghana ni bia yam hihye against the backdrop of how a political party has sat down and have allowed a war to be declared on our water bodies and then our forest reserves, if you like, the entire natural resources. Now, kwasiafo bi ti se obi see a friend bros no abeton no di watem because ni de ni na said the lives of Kwaku Annan and whatnot come and speak to us and pretend to be that of MPP and sympathize with us. A Jimmy for a lunatic frenzy. Who say we nim nyansa. Nyansa for no more line so should take care of you. We Jimmy wouldn't nyansa, and I'm not gonna be quote to scripture amount. Kokin kind. Proverbs saying 26, I guess. So mo kwasia hu ni nyan hu ni kwasia amana nya na adwen so enyanseni, and the likes of the bros when I may refer to you. Ujaiba, go and think. Not Genesis, wherever you are in this country, there are human lives at stake. And you MPP funwa with Jimina wunim nyansa no yen sacrifice MPP and femo my. Meanwhile, your party MPP one day will fade off. A down for you sick, a lunatic. He thinks I'm about being entertaining line so. And I want you to stay. Do not leave. Jina line also was so netie nyansa sam tie Ujaiba kokuo gene ne hu nyansa unnim nyansa ninti o prama o yefunu. In all of this, look at it this way. Now, as we continue to battle to restore and maintain clean water out of pollution, including the influx of what? Genetic modified products into the country. Guess what? The Western world have already declared war on the exportation of these products into Africa. Any ye kwaye ye senwa ensuo a eba ye numa enye ye yare adokoro yen a ye hu bebi a yare ne de befa no da bi abrofo no ehuni se da bi o we echinia ne yen sanfe enuane enam ahodo a ni na eye polluted ye femre Africa fo ni eni, which of course your leadership, the leadership in Africa have opened our space, our territorial waters. They've opened our airspace everywhere. It's a monfemra na Africa for ye nini enyare. A yare for a bodam for Jimmy for to say the likes of the bros who said yes, pollute the water. Or we are wakojini sinini so benum se nsuo, including the nyoma na womuni fiama no neba say yenyi ndi mi wa ukobro ni kroma. Wa ye nyoma mienu ama genetic products and organic and inorganic. The choice is yours. Once where yare for you sick. Take a listen to Nyama Modeba Africa and asking you to buy them. Minu mienu ye die anti see a yaro say ye den. We are all at stake. Take a listen to this.
What is the future of these chickens? Are we going to see them in our supermarkets soon?
Well, not in the supermarkets in the UK, but hopefully in the supermarkets in the tropical countries, in Nigeria, in Indonesia, where it's very hot. For these farmers, it's easier and more efficient because there's no need.
You don't have to pluck them.
That's right. There's no need to pluck them. The proportion of meat on these birds is higher.
So featherless chickens in the tropics, they grow faster than a bird with feathers because they don't get held up by the fact they're getting too hot. They're healthier, they cost less because you don't have expensive housing. It sounds fantastic.
That's right.
What is the future of these chickens? Are we going to see them in our supermarkets soon?
Well, not in the supermarkets in the UK, but hopefully in the supermarkets in the tropical countries, in Nigeria, in Indonesia, where it's very hot. For this.
What is the future of these chickens? Are we going to see them in our supermarkets soon?
Well, not in the supermarkets in the UK, but hopefully in the supermarkets in the tropical countries, in Nigeria, in Indonesia, where it's very hot. For these farmers, it's easier and more efficient because there's no need.
You don't have to pluck them.
That's right. There's no need to pluck them. The proportion of meat on these birds is higher.
So featherless chickens in the tropics, they grow faster than a bird with feathers because they don't get held up by the fact they're getting too hot. They're healthier, they cost less because you don't have expensive housing. It sounds fantastic.
That's right.
Genetic modified products in here. Now, minim Ghana ni awohwemena me pese wa ubisa ho da benna e na wokọ ya wokọ akoto frozen chicken ubisa nipa na oton frozen chicken say chicken wey efri he afi kwan ben so ene rare sa bed wey edien ene de rare no eduane ben ye de me abo wey enye obi asa no ani si ye na ye funtum ye di ni kwa yare enko a Iranam, we are on show. Aren't you scared? And the leadership of Africa ne Ghana ka ho no, you know what to do in order to rescue the situation. Folks, afiyinra baby. NPP sympathizers are of the hope that they are going to break the 8 years mantra. However, party officials have lost that hope. As I'm saying, NPP sympathizers video mujitum say 8 years mantra ne there ye be breaki. But one more NPP penifoni be there. No, omunyintum. Sent to omunyintum kwaku minimo. But I want you to watch some of him penifoni be who are crestfallen with no hope, say 8 years no may break it. But some are of that hope. Why? Take a listen to this. Folks, no, folks. Now, tonight, my mama Mosa report we. And then they report a group no also. And say we are our special edition. The Supreme Court in the eye of the stormer. Ebano. The ebe koso ochina and yet ye peke signals be brave. But mamini munra galamsey nim ne yenhwa de a koso galamsey site ho. Yes. Ne yenhwe se sen ena niam beko. On the Galamsey warfront yesterday, 4 multimedia journalists were heavily assaulted by unidentified armed men in one of the forest reserves. They were conducting journalistic assignment. This, may I say, is regrettable indeed. We want to communicate this to this government that no matter how they want to visit onto Ghanaians, diseases, pollution, and all sorts of atrocities, Ghanaians surely shall survive this. And Ghana for Brematis Abri we say multimedia journalists for 4 and one more young medjuma ewo kwaye nimu na ekwaya ya faso ya browom ya bro journalists ye papa. Now the leader among the group ye chiwomo forest one mia minua pa. At the same time, not my editor. He was my senior editor at Capital Radio, before he joined multimedia. Erastus Asaredonko. And may I say, sir, Oshe footages are a free mining site at bar media for your day, Jumanamia dinner, bebre a free star journalist in him because ye na yen to me kokwa imo, ye na assume to me forest reserve. So forest reserves also say binim koko ye dwumane bisu trane so ye de etre Ghana for enra wonu koye o madwuma o sa unidentified armed men way free here in numbering 10 of them a memman kentinka for ebe to share journalists for so brom ye asutro tite say ye ma ahome kakra memo asutro ne jinimu sa tite e bi fa o mani so bi fa o masum na say e bro an estimated period of memfa say be 1 hour there na say o mani wo mo e wo kwae mu tell say o mo drive wo mo ade o mo back room e de ba asem a won mo say wo mo the journalist for no e ko nipa no a concession ne dia no wo mo ko akokire the owner of the concession. Can you imagine Ghana for Abraham Ken a soldier fogu forest ni mu a won mo ko up and down say all the illegal mining activities, should come to a halt. Meanwhile, this particular forest reserve now, one mu bebia ya ban say mining ain't taking place. Number one. Number two, afi ya start ya plant trees. Ye say ebe grow to as it were. Ye the forest ever back to the state. No, can you imagine this? Afi ekoko say one mo bro mo says mumfidie wo cameras and mobile phones ni ade no. And a multimedia journalist for Echo Police Station. Now, this is the sad part that Kwaku still cannot, will not, and may not understand why. You're trying IGP. No. Journalists in the police for Namaniano. Police for Emma armed police officers at the back to the location. One of them could do what? Guess what? The same armed men, some macho men way. Pop out from the forest. Ebe shia a police for no any journalist for you. And folks, as someone see me say, one say, guess what happened? A feed ye a police for any armed men in ye. Then I say police for no and ya arrest near somewhere. And the police for no ain't arrested. One even macho guy okuta offensive weapon. As someone macho men catch police for say ya ban na wosu ya ban na wosu enti enya dia mu betimi ayehwe. And can you imagine say these guys standing before this police armed men and speaking and throwing tantrums anyhow omope say ya ban na wosu. And I'm sure most of you have heard Erastus talking. I have spoken to Erastus all through. And it's very sad. And what shall the and course it's not an attack on Erastus Asaredonko, any colleagues, any multimedia. It's an attack on the media. An attack on the media. And the responsibility of the media is to go out there, watch, take videos, pictures, any nyoma near the Ghana for. Last Friday, because me terms there. Sa exercise here, President Akufo-Addo, we declare a military normal. It's an exercise in futility. Simple. Because one, sa soldier for drew site where the omoyene so mubo site no mubo be trap. Number two, afi womu drew site womo shit shamfines near the enwa. Womo wie no omo kono cruise tete wie mu. A soldier for dan omo no ma se aba back biom. This is what is going on. And I challenge MPP for Monkwaya. They know what woman himself a konya approaching on my fanwa is absolutely exercising futility and could see him. Now the question remains, why President Kwaku Akufo-Addo is simply refusing to declare the state of emergency? Organized labor, a mushroom organization like this, a disjointed and a disorganized labor fronts have been divided. Anina answer with Japadianim. Woman Korea saying organized labor for a dear nom Korea, woman to me and Yashi. Folks, now they be a make a term home. Ya na Udrain and up on Chidino who to Triano. Ubi a dine was saying a painting, no face was saying, unim so no so. Nini Pediano was saying no. Nemia nam de atoa samom say. Wotwe ebre wo kwae mu no obomofo so bebre. Ye bedru ho. Folks, President Kwaku Akufo-Addo is asking Ghanaians about his stewardship on the Galamsey and the nation at large. Or say, edwuma ben na so far ye de ama no ontimi ye edwuma na na. President Akufo-Addo no obisa you and I say edwuma na de share nsa no ontimi nye ana na ansa ben ene Ghana for ne de ama no. Take a listen to the answer de ama no. Listen.
Mamu de share nsa no maye na manye why ni na Ghana for no mutirimu eden Ghana for no wo nipa bone Ghana for no we ade a enso amani nana de why wonye se bie Mamu de share nsa no
Maya na manye.
Why Nina? Ghana for no mutrimu eden. Ghana for no obo nipabone. Ghana for no we adia. And so amwani. Nana, there why when you say me.
Mamu de shemen sano. Maya na manye.
Why Nina? Ghana for no mutrimu eden. Ghana for no obo nipabone. Ghana for no we adia. And so amwani. Nana, there why when you say me.
Mamu de shemen sano. Maya na manye.
Why Nina? Ghana for no mutrimu eden. Ghana for no obo nipabone. Ghana for no we adia. And so amwani. Nana, there why when you say me.
Mamu de shemen sano. Maya na manye.
Why Nina? Ghana for no mutrimu eden. Ghana for no obo nipabone. Ghana for no we adia. And so amwani. Nana, there why when you say me.
Mamu de shemen sano. Maya na manye.
Why Nina? Ghana for no mutrimu eden. Ghana for no obo nipabone. Ghana for no we adia. And so amwani. Nana, there why when you say me.
Mamu de shemen sano. Maya na manye.
Why Nina? Ghana for no mutrimu eden. Ghana for no obo nipabone. Ghana for no we adia. And so amwani. Nana, there why when you say me.
Mamu de shemen sano. Maya na manye.
Why Nina? Ghana for no mutrimu eden. Ghana for no obo nipabone.
President Akufo Addo nsa na edwumani. Any nsuo na yetene ba no. Wono bisa Ghana for say answer edwuma no ba yama na answer. Last week, President Kwaku Annan, 3 were challenged to John Dramani Mahama to lay out his blueprint on the ongoing illegal mining crisis. And of course, tonight we have answer from John Mahama's camp, a response to President Kwaku Annan demanding to have John Mahama's blueprint. Take a listen to John Dramani Mahama.
President Akufo Addo said I should come out clearly on Galamsey. It looks like he doesn't live in this country, because I've commented on Galamsey over and over again. The Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources gave political leaders the platform to outline their policy on small-scale mining. And for a whole hour, I outlined our policy. After that, there was questions and answers for 2 hours. We were there for 3 hours. So he should just tell his Flagstaff House media to get him the tape of what I said at the University of Energy and Natural Resources. Recently, when I met the clergymen, the Christian community, a part of my speech and the questions and answers was again on Galamsey and small-scale mining. And so, I mean, there's a lot that I've said. It is his responsibility. The people of Ghana elected him. He is currently the president of Ghana. And it is his responsibility to deal with Galamsey now. I know that after 7 January 2025, when Ghanaians have voted for me, I will take that responsibility and we will sort out illegal mining. He also asked me to come out clearly on my policy on free SHS. Again, he's not in this country or he has been sleeping, because I have made it clear that there are implementational problems with the free SHS. 1, there's no dedicated funding. 2, parents are not happy with the double track. 3, the quality of food the children are giving is not good. And so I've said that NDC is going to come and fix these 3 things. 1, we're going to corral part of our oil revenues into a dedicated fund, and that fund will be used to finance the free SHS. That's number 1. Number 2, we're going to fast track the completion of our educational infrastructure so that we can ease the congestion in the schools, employ more teachers, and allow all our children to go to school at the same time instead of going on a traffic light. And Nana Akufo-Addo, 3, I said I'll change your centralized feeding system. I'm going to decentralize the feeding of our children in secondary school. The money is going to go directly to their schools, and their schools will be responsible for procuring the food to feed the children in order that the food will be better quality. If you are listening to me, that is our position on free SHS.
Great, folks. So, that's John Dramani Mohammed's response to President Adodan Kwaku-Addo. Folks, Baby Edri, before our special report on the standoff coming up in a couple of hours from now, Baby Edri, Ebema, special report on the National Cathedral. Brace yourself and listen to me, folks. Report we need the final report am the Bema wa National Cathedral. Yewia anu anu. Bibi enu ebesi we chiribio. National Cathedral na nyade ebesi yensi yenyensi. Ntimo obi anyi na adwene. A Christopher train cathedral bia me say there wouldn't be any cathedral bia and there isn't, and it's not going to be any cathedral bia between now until Jesus Christ will maybe our. Tonight, our special report is on the construction of the National Cathedral and the current state of events surrounding the edifice. And then I'm brace yourself. First of all, we are asking the president, what has become of the 58 United States dollars? Can the president and Reverend Kwesi Boateng confirm to Ghanaians that the 58 million US dollars have been shared among themselves? And again, the question remains, how much did each person get? The Ayaka Yebisa Nadri said, President Akufo-Addo, only when Reverend Kwesi Boateng, Ebema Ghana for Enyan in TSA, Cathedral no ye Sibium. 1. Number 2, Sikanwa aya 58 million United States dollars in Wanamachi Sikano. Yes. One can the crest archer Ghana for. Nefi bisasa one more chayano, one nipano cheskano, Ubienya saying. World President Adodan Kwaku-Addo confirmed to Ghanaians that a renowned man of God in the charismatic leadership, a renowned man of God in the charismatic leadership questioned the president about the withdrawal of the cathedral funds for no work done, yet the money was going into individual pockets. Did you hear that? President Akufo-Addo Bema Ghana for what he said, Ampau also for penibi ewo meimuha in the charismatic circles wudi mu akoteneba. He's the biggest. Tie me money din. But one big charismatic leader bako where penipa at the top will be Sir President Akufo-Addo say, hey, Mr. President, Sikai and na withdraw because the reason why I will be saying say, Sir charismatic leader or among the leadership of the cathedral Sikano are also oye signatory to the account. So and na ye be sika we and na ni ye be we o say eh edi asembe ni enti we are now doing say as a so bisa president Adodan Kwaku-Addo say Mr. President, wait a minute. Cathedral edwuma bi anko so now so ade ade say sika withdraw na mo withdraw. Eti di enti na mo withdraw sika nan. Tie. Later, this charismatic leader tried to sort the attention of the president for him to explain to him why the presidency continued to withdraw the funds. And guess what happened? And the president said to him, he is traveling, and that when he is back, they shall sit on that matter and discuss further. Folks, what happened? President Adodan Kwaku-Addo, Edie no ye efa saadi we hu. When the president returned home, he virtually blacklisted that discussion till date. And as I speak to you, every concerted effort made by this top charismatic leader to seek to have one-on-one discussion with the president about the $58 million have yielded to negative, nothing. Yeah. Afi meeting on the president ekokoye na wonu mu hu kwanya e fa so a withdrawals ni na no wonu me withdraw ye no President Akufo-Addo aye na dwe say all ma kwan e ma charismatic leader no or ma office of the president for that meeting. And as I speak, that meeting entimi amaso eno na maybe say eye ora Kwesi Boateng, who is one particular very instrumental in the whole of the affairs of the cathedral. Kwesi Boateng, would you tell Ghanaians, Sikano Mache and Amonche? Reverend Kwesi Boateng, I am asking this question. Has the money on the cathedral, $58 million, has it been shared among the top, the apex of leadership at the presidency? And now that you know of. And maybe so, how much did you get? Yeah. Now sooner enche, this top charismatic leader would hold a press conference and he would blow the whistle. Oh yes, I know for sure. Yes. Me say, this top charismatic leader would he would blow the whistle. The whistle blower, he will blow the whistle on the 58 million Ghanaian taxpayer sika acqua into individual pocket. Oh yes, Ghanaians, brace yourselves. Oh yes. The Intina makers are charismatic leader. Onwa suka hubio. And omede form the leadership of this. Now the question remains. Ask yourself, why all these top charismatic leaders have resigned from the cathedral board? Why? Sebi say yesi cathedral ne ma omo a. Nti omo mpa na. Why and I withdraw. I shall say for why. Reverend Eastwood Anaba, Mensa Otabil, Doug Heward Mills, and many more. And the last person, Okahu Bieno, Memphis, the last line of defense. Listen, the last line of defense, Omega, of the topmost and the patriarch, Chiesi Cathedral, where Obedimwa Coutinho, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, all of them have resigned. Do you know why? Wait a minute. The whistle will be blown on the cathedral, $58 million very soon. What the the amount called the 58 million Ghanaian taxpayer seeker, and Mekacha say, look, and I commend all these men of God who stood up. No more share President Akufo-Addo to hell with this. Yeah, so for your main Musi Cathedral in the Maya. Now, so as long as the cathedral surrounds itself with a massive corruption, stealing of the state coffers, no, we are not going to be part of this. And I commend these men of God for that bold and brave standing, all of them. At least, I managed to intercept about 5 documents. 5 documents, oh. 5 solid documents that one among this top charismatic leader, Ocho Edikoma President Akufo-Addo, including the cathedral secretariat, and none of the letter Ocho Edikoya cathedral for it me respond mano. Yes, Ocho letters Makumako, 5 of it, and I have intercepted all of them. Archbishop Heward Mills. I think so. None of the first Archbishop or resign here a free cathedral. So maybe yes. Ocho Makumako ni nara occupy office of the president. Office of the president into me yasamba kukrano, including the cathedral for Nankasa. Pentecost for penny event saying Mirefi Apostle one saying to me, I've forgotten the name of all of them close their eyes, look forward to ensure say the Ghanaian taxpayer sika ye 58 million. Ghanaian taxpayer sika we dise sika ni na. Me disika no. And I challenge President Akufo-Addo, come out on a Kusi Boateng, come and tell Ghanaians say Kwaku Annan you are lying and produce the money. Produce the $58 million. Mun produce me and Shadia. Hey, a kwanya mudi on my way sinams wo. E Nyankopon bekasa, because I know the saints are praying. The saints are praying for this nation. Sika mo sen wo memu ha no minim sentia. Folks, mama ko short break. Me ba afi ye the special report na kase beto. Ghana's judiciary in the eye of the storm. Brace yourself, because some few hours from now asemu ebesi memu ha enya asem ketwa. But we have all the angles, all the multiple angles to this story. We're bringing it right away. Folks, this is Ghana Speaks. Make a short break me ba. Ghana Speaks extension takes off. I'll be right back.
Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Benchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Folks, welcome back, and this is Ghana Speaks extension. Yes. Na anadridie and someone basis, ano dian kasankasa folks, and some bibri. Yes. And some folks. Of course, I welcome all listeners and viewers here in Ghana and around the world to Ghana Speaks extension. And of course, we zero down on this political overtures, the Supreme Court in the eye of the storm. The minority and the majority brace up for a showdown in the coming hours. And folks, it's not really going to be an easy thing. And yet, as someone emu edro crack. But folks, me view about or the Osofupenia or that cathedral or the Abremen. Na opoku nyina Michael, salute you, a great guy. Opoku ina ye Pentecost sofu penia apostle moi na oda adia no ema 58 million United States dollars. Opoku ina sikana yira, and you are still there. And the same in previous on ofe say the lives of the Otabills, the lives of wine Istud Anabanom, the lives of wine Bishop Darkward Mills, and the likes of wine Archbishop Nicholas Danka William into Omodia Cathedral no Mompe, and many others from more cathedral board so into Omodia Mompe na. You think sir cathedral na enyomu fe? Somebody like Darkward Mills. So look, Darkward Mills went to the extent say even the architectural drawing crown, Darkward Mills has to suggest a different architectural drawing, including so many views, or they buy none of the views. Daki Odmans went to the extent, said, he gave about, if not about 20 national edifices in Ghana. Yes, yeah. The cost of those edifices comes nowhere close to the cathedral amount in the DC, you know. And Daki Odmans pointed all of these edifices to the secretary and said, no, amount in Amudi Sidano, a dozen. He cited a number of state edifices. This year, why the cathedral such a quantum of amount? Yes, you know. So no crowd and who you will folks. Well, May Sebre is just about 23 minutes gone past the hour 9. This is Ghana Speaks Extension with this special edition, the Supreme Court in the eye of the storm.
The day of reckoning is here. It is not the end of the world. It is the end of darkness and the beginning of light and truth. Something that has never happened before. After many years of undercover investigations on politics, religion, business, and more, it is time to blow the cover. Judgment Day comes for us all. Run or hide, live or die, you will be exposed. There is no rest for the wicked, only torment. Judgment Day with the legendary Kwaku Annan, only on the Frontline show.
Great folks, welcome back to Ghana Speaks Extension. If I do say, Gak, are you who brace yourself? Afi, my main can message Kakrinjo or say Ali Mukail or say Frontline is the best or say Kwame Allen Chairman team for 2024. Say good evening, senior Kwaku Annan and everyone. Abubakar Sadek or say time is up. People of wisdom, please let's all support Kwaku for his good work. Bro, kick it up, all right? And order to her. Ali Mukail, also great intro. Emmanuel is still Kwaku. What's going on with your brother's case on religious belt? Why have you paused for that? Because that guy Kofi Annan need to go to jail for frauding church members. The case is in court, and I'm sure you are belated. Okay, so recuse one or say, what's going on, Kwaku? Good job, and body, keep it up, and be watchful. Great one. And my very own John Kane. John Kane will say, hi, Kwaku. I told you last week that the Supreme Court is the headquarters of the NPP now. You believe in what I said? More drama unfolding. NDC should stand firm. Hey, my very one, John Kane. John, you said it. Of course, the stage is set. The curtains are rolling. And the drama is about to be staged. And I agree with you. Yes. Then recuse. Yes. And I'm complaining about the sound. No, okay. Frank Jeba, or say good evening, Kwaku. Yes. And to us, say Good job. I am watching you from Sunyane. Good one, Sunyane, for Georgina Bafo. Say, bless everyone. Oh, Kwaku, I wish you a successful new week. Thanks so much for your great job and keep it up. Stay blessed. Save. Emmanuel Siva, say, please, what is going on with the religious belt on your brother's issue? Because the guy need to go to jail. Esrifi, I think I've given you all about that. Good one, good one. Sabali tells us, Consul, we are back to the best studio. Good evening, Kwaku Annan. Thank for what you are doing. Love the Japadie. Watching you live from Adenta. My name is Kwaku Agbeko. Okay, great one there. Yes. Anthony Osi, watching you live from Obuasi. Valerie and Sosi, greetings, Quakes. Trust you. You are doing well. Watching you from hot Atlanta, Georgia. Yes. And Abba Osi, okay, on also can follow myself. Valerie Trust Osi, he might be out of his mind and he calls himself a man of God. Shame on him. And I'm sure you are referring to Pastor Ashimolo. Great one. Most message. Loads and loads of messages. Ani do nani. I say Uncle Kwaku. More fire. Love you, macho. Okay, good one there. I say Riz Ans. I say Noah. I say NDC Galamsey Financial Court. Where is Owusu Bempa and Danka Williams? Oh my goodness. Interesting. Okay, my main food is here and I'm loads of messages if you ever buy it, so brace yourself more sense. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've lost. Okay, I'll definitely see it. My memory. Okay, let me see. Yeah, Charlie, message near ya, Chimio. Good evening, Kwaku Annan. My name is David Deku, watching you from Nungwa, Cocoa Beach. Tomorrow would be a great day in Parliament. I have already told you that strange things are going to happen in coming weeks before December 7th. Good job doing for Mother Ghana. Yeah, you said this. And I tend to agree, say great stuffs are happening. I'll say them. But do you think in all your wisdom that these people doesn't know that they are doing? This narcissist and sadist, these men of God would one day pay dearly even their graves. They only have the form of godliness but denying its power. Well, sounds quite religionistic kind of. Hello, Mr. Annan. Good evening. You are doing a great job. We want you to bring it. We want you to bring it program in the morning on radio TV. I don't know what that means though, but watch it as it is. I am Bismarck. God bless you. We shall say, good job from US. I say good job to you and the team as always. I say, what's your thoughts on Pastor Salifu Amakon and the car accident? Wendy. I say, Wendy, your number one fan. Oh, is it Wendy? Wendy. See, I make a be out of Kwaku Museum. What was that? Wendy, talk to me behind the scenes, okay? Talk to me behind the scenes. Now, oh my goodness. Just sorry for my issue, Nidia. Yeah, the Jimia Kwaku Shim say Kwaku Annan near day on Mekabi. Yes, Anna. Na Mamekanswa, I ask them. Oh, sir. Wendy, let me leave that case, okay? Now the Yenya Jumani and said, yes, yeah, you know. My main car will quickly near Meshe Jumana. So say, good job. I am Ebo Yirimama. Good evening, Kwaku. I preached the show to my mom. Now she has gone for Go TV. Now watching you live from Cape Coast, Ebo Yirima. Ebo, Monshare, Cape Coast. So what? The BBI and the Nakunamos spreading news and spread the news. We also good evening, Brother Kwaku Annan. What at all do innocent Ghanaians want to see before stop following Baumia and his gang of thieves? I am Mensa from Wager. I don't know. Kwaku, good evening. Keep up the good work. May God bless you and protect you from this evil. Our president can't stop Galamsey because his appointees are the ones doing the Galamsey. What have we done wrong to be punished like this? Vicent Bachuna, Ena Osu, Ena Osu, Ena Osu, Ena Osu. I say, hello. Hello, Kwaku Annan. Open letter to President Akufo-Addo. Say, Mr. President Addo, Kwaku Addo, Ghana cries out for leadership. Tackle lawlessness. 2, economic crisis. 3, Galamsey. 4, unemployment. 5, inflation. Don't look elsewhere for any solution before you exit power in January. Please, Mr. President, do the needful. Secure Ghana's future. Echo Thomas from Committee 10. And Ode Ebae. Okay, Mame Irati. We are saying, good evening, senior. Forget this concert party NPP. We are all voting for JM and our NDC MPs. This is justice from Upper West Akim constituency, great one, and all day Ebae. We all say, hello, Mr. Annan. Good evening. Hope you are doing well. We want you to bring your program in the morning on radio. Okay, so Kufrodia is all about CTV. Nice program. Now dollar is 17.20. Semu. I say, but do you think all? Okay, I say, but Kwaku, be careful. I pray God always watch over you, cause they always hit the truth, and I agree with you, bro. Yes. Also, good evening, Bro Kwaku. I am Mr. Fela Achu, listening and watching you live from Accra, Newtown. Ghanaians can't wait for the showdown tomorrow. Yes. I feel showdown here, DB, and you will be airbound. Now, folks, this is our special report. We name it the political standoff between the majority and the minority. Tonight, we bring to our listeners and viewers here in Ghana and around the world the standoff in Ghana's legislative house. And we say now, the Supreme Court in the eye of the storm. Let's give a bit of perspective about who we are. Afi mayenche bibimu kakra se Ghana fo kra no ye nipa ben. Ye nipa ben ene ye. The global pillars have known us among the torch bearers and the democratic settings as what? Indeed, Ghana is prefix in the leadership of what? A beacon of democracy, gateway to Africa. So wo hwe ne wasusu a na chese in the eye of the global world no yehu Ghana say ye ka the torch bearers no, right? Ye buoma democracy etimi nya ne nan so ejina na democracy so etimi aden akonenim. Enti Ghana is prefix on the shoulders of say yes, ye the beacon of democracy, gateway to Africa. Let us say wo hwa ebibimemu ha de the whole of ebibimemu Africa no yen ye di akotene papa o in the democratic dispensation and its transition. This is because we are fundamentally a cornerstone in the eye of the world in other what? Democratic transition in Africa. Let's just say wo hwe democracy na ye transition no de bia ye hwe say ebiko na ebiaba na Ghana di mu akotene papa ewo ebibimemu a ye ntoto ye asaram. This enviable paradigm shift cannot be said to be in doubt, regardless of the looming trepidation gradually threatening our young democratic settings. So I say, nukre trodo a atrobia ni say Ghana di akotene papa o ewa bibimemu ene ewiase amayama ina ebiri a menemu ka say wo hwempo say ade bia ebobo na yese ehumu a etuo na di esuro bi ahye nipemu a ebobo banimpo a still ye betimi aka say Ghana ye boy ehumodin bebre no bi beka say except to say this beautiful narrative which epitomizes the shining star in the embodiments of the democratic settings for Ghana sooner rather later, will wither. Will what? Will wither. And this will mark an end to the uncharted journey, if we wish so. Naturally, say, sa abodi e diama omen eye Ghana. Yet say ensonomo a ye hran wo Africa ho. Na ya susu ye gina ho enso emma say ebra kabmamin kebia mambuo no ekoso na ekoso no Ghana di mu akotene. Na nso mi bisa say anso ye betra say ema yahwe ema sa shining star way sa a beacon of democracy way, and of course Ghana serving as a cornerstone for other democratic settings in Africa and the world at large. Ye hwe say sa abodin way ebe den ebe shut it down na ye be hwe say ebe without. In the whole of Africa, Ghana still remain. We remain African nation in the south of the Saharan African continent to have gained its independence. Until after the independence, spirit of gloom, despondency have become a commonplace, and moral decadence fill up. Folks, mama may and Fabi be Niagara. What's it? Omen ye dianio. Me say, Omen Ghana fui ye dianio. NPP, NDC, Ghana no ye diani. Ye chiche ni ye dianio. Na munche bibi ye. Ghana for bekaya. Naka 3 months to elections in 1971. Mobekai. Or in 1981, Naka 3 months. Pepe. Adibi siwo memwa. Bim! The skies, you know, the whole skies was rocketing with miseries. The skies were rocketing with miseries. Yes. Mokai, yo. Around time, say ya. Tonight, this is what we describe the Supreme Court in the eye of the storm. Now, folks, we can all brace ourselves ahead of the storm. And I will say that the battle for supremacy begins now. That the National Democratic Congress, if you like, the majority, held a press conference yesterday, Sunday, and outlined their roadmap tomorrow. And going forward, what they want to communicate to the entire nation. Say, they won't back down by the declaration of the Speaker, Alban Kingsford Sumana Bagbin. How did the press conference go yesterday? Take a listen to them.
Say, omo advocate omo seat. Na Speaker so wo to me say otisa say oma yeti wo parliament. Okay, ye stand order na. Enunti na Speaker tutu sa na ho. Ne Speaker ye ni nyina ewomra kwan so say na so ye ne ba no sa no ntino ama ye NDC fu na ye minority no se sia ya ye majority ye ho adoso ase MPP fo wo hwemra mu a te sia no che say ye oha aduasansia na MPP fo ye oha aduasan enum ama ye akoye majority na sa majority na ye mra kwan so na di ama ye na nyadia ye betutu mu fo then the leader kai no ye be gira say ye majority ni aye niema majority ye be ye niema ebeboa Ghana man na ye ma obia emetiatia ye mfa ho di so ye gidi se speaker the decision na o make no ye mra kwan so obia entumi nsisa no na ye be gira say ye majority going forward that was na the majority nso ayenya no ye bebo modern say sa rekito ye be ye niema bia ye nim say ha Ghana for example tax how many yen you be to say you levy be say betting tax you be to an more than didn't tema make sure say some running na asisa na Ghana for what all that was
okay colleagues I think if we don't have any other questions, we want to thank you very much for attending on a Sunday.
Naturally, say, Enyadia, we more back it down. Now, referencing the decision of Alban Kingsford Sumana Bagbe, the precursor of his decision can be said to be what? This one, Amebe actually. What was that? Bebrenti speaker as here. Even though speaker no is not take precedent from, as he said, but ye be say, a dear way antecedents be wana. A dear no speaker Bagbe or yeah no. Do we have an antecedent of that? Now, why and obey the precursor of that antecedent in the recent times? Take a lesson. Nebisa say, a dibenti, and as our papa obey the okoye. Na albambak ben kwa the onukoye ne dia. Hey, and then nipa see and tia say, Aden and Nano Manko Supreme Court. Aden and Nano no, Papa we are maybe one dia and no Manko Supreme Court. Professor Michael Quay. In the situation of Infa. Sa constituency no o declare no adenti na nipa nko Supreme Court. Take a listen to him.
His candidature with the office of the Electoral Commission to contest the next election as an independent candidate, he showed clearly that he is seeking or seeks to leave his party. This automatically triggers forfeiture of his party membership. You cannot have the desire to leave, take a step towards it by filing as an independent candidate and yet claim to be a member of the party. A step taken to contest against his party automatically triggers forfeiture of membership. Having forfeited the membership of the party on whose ticket he was elected to parliament, the operative language of the constitution is that he shall, which is mandatory, vacate his seat in parliament. Going by a purposive interpretation of the present law, consultative actions on the part of the MP are important. To all intents and purposes, he is no longer a member of the party. He has pronounced himself publicly as an independent and has filed his papers to compete against the party and its official candidate as an independent on 7th December 2020. On that occasion, this current parliament will still be sitting and operating as an official parliament of the Republic of Ghana. We shall not have a situation adopted freely by any sitting MP where he or she will be campaigning openly against the party that he or she still represents in parliament and yet ridiculously stands against the party. No purposive interpretation of law will allow such ridicule to prevail. Furthermore, after 7 December 2020, when Parliament is still in session till 7 January 2021, how does an MP operate both as an elected independent MP and at the same time an MPP MP if he should win the election? This lacuna of a ridiculous situation is not what is anticipated under the 1992 Constitution. In the circumstances, Parliament it is determined that the conduct of Honorable Andrew Amwaku Esiama amounts to vacating his seat in Parliament. Accordingly, we bring this to the notice of the Electoral Commission for the necessary action to be taken in accordance with the law. Signed, the Speaker.
Folks, I've said the name of the vehicle. Yes. Now, more reactions, school of thoughts, and different shades of opinion pouring in. First, the political scientists are talking. Again, the political scientists for us, Eka. Take a listen to one among them. Listen to this.
There should be no parliament at all. Then parliament is useless. Because tomorrow we don't know who will be aggrieved. Parliament takes a decision and then he quickly goes to the Supreme Court and then he is able to get them. And the brazen manner with which Afenyo Markin was going about, I have taken it upon myself to, who are you?
He's the leader of the MP.
And so what?
Majority leader.
And so what? So, like others have said, we have so many cases piled up at the Supreme Court. So many cases piled up at the Supreme Court. And recently, so LGBT, anti-LGBT people, the pastors, the imams, the bishops, and all those
MPs.
The MPs, they all went to the Supreme Court to do something about this.
Yes.
They said they don't have time to do it. But one person is able to get you to sit in a day to take such a decision that, in my view, frustrates the functioning of Parliament. It is an unnecessary attempt to bring the legislative arm of government and the judiciary. But this cannot happen in any serious democracy. It must not be allowed to happen in any serious democracy. And you see, if you have parliaments led or presided over by strong-willed personalities like Alban Bagbin, then you will be sure that such personalities would fight back to assert the independence of Parliament. You know, they can also make laws to circumscribe the way and manner the judiciary also operates. It is within their right.
True.
Okay, so what has happened, in my view, has set the stage for a showdown, another political showdown. Now there's going to be a flex.
Folks, political scientists make us out. Great. Well, more political overtures dropping in the eye of the storm. And I want you to listen to the Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram bringing some views out. Views ben or deba. And some ben and some George Edetuho Mowiti. Take a listen to him.
The only person who's held us up from a judgment on the injunction which would allow Parliament to proceed with transmitting according to Article 106, 6 and 7 of the 1992 Constitution is Her Ladyship Gertrude Tokono. She cannot pass the buck. And even when it comes to the substantive case, the powers of those courts do not reside in the plaintiff or the defendant. They reside in the presiding judge. It's akin to you saying that you are the host of this show, but I should come and determine what you should discuss. And so you are sitting there and waiting until I come and tell you, okay, Lantam, let's discuss the food my wife is going to cook tomorrow. That becomes the topic of your conversation. That's what the Chief Justice is saying to us. That she's sitting there, being paid with our salary, with our taxes, driving around, chauffeured around an air-conditioned car to an air-conditioned home from an air-conditioned office. And she's sitting and waiting for the Attorney General to be the one at his own leisure and pleasure to file the documents. Does the Chief Justice of Ghana now work at the behest of the Attorney General of Ghana? Is that what she's telling us? If that's what she's telling us, then it's unbecoming of someone occupying that whole high office. Because we expect the expeditious dispensation of justice. Because you see, when you delay justice, you deny justice. And so you have an Attorney General whose penchant for delay and abysmal nature of work is evident in the Japa case and is even evident in this matter. Because Parliament wrote to the Attorney General in October 2022 to present a memo on the bill. It took the Attorney General one calendar year, 12 months. A woman who got pregnant at the time Parliament wrote to him. By the time he responded to Parliament, the woman had put to bed, they had named the child, and the child had started sitting. Because he was asked to write, he was written to by Parliament in October 2022. He responded at the end of October 2023. Almost 13 complete months. So, if it took him 13 months to just prepare a memo to Parliament, and the Chief Justice says she's waiting for Godfred Dame, well, maybe he's waiting for another Japa to come and school him on how to file his documents. We don't know. But the Chief Justice does not engender trust in the populace of this country, in his ability to dispense his duties. And so the Chief Justice cannot be sitting down and waiting for such an incompetent Attorney General to file his documents. The court procedure, the rules of procedure at court state that he should file his documents in 14 days in response to whatever affidavit has been filed. We've gone past 63 days. He's not filed it. Is the Chief Justice assuming and telling this country that she will sit aloof and leave him in abeyance?
Sam George didn't have better. Now, Yembisa Mahama Yaraga, or also the Nediaba MP for Boko Himfam. Now, Mahama Yaraga so make it very serious statement. Diana Mahama Yarganso Eka. Take a listen to Mahama.
Nothing to do with the Supreme Court. These are political matters. And Baker and Carr is clear that the Supreme Court should not get itself and should not dabble in political issues. Leave the coordinate branches of government that are political in character to deal with their matters politically. Why? If we go to the House and 2 or 3 MPP members of Parliament don't show up, we can still disrupt government business by voting against it. We can disrupt government business by voting against it. Will you come and say, oh, because government business was disrupted, there's a violation of the Constitution? So these are political matters that the Supreme Court should not be bothered, should not get involved in. That's my basic underlying point. That don't allow them to come and frighten you that, and there will be chaos in Parliament. Why chaos? It is the rules of the Constitution that are being interpreted. When, what's his name, Professor Michael Quay gave the ruling, Afemaki was in the House.
Yeah. Well, now they say it's
Joe Garte was in the House. Listen, Joe Garte was in the House. Is that okay? All those who were making noise, they were in the House.
Politics of convenience.
Is that okay? They didn't see that there will be chaos. They didn't see that the business of the House being disrupted. I mean, today, all of a sudden, the same provision, the same set of facts, the same application by a speaker, and then all of a sudden there is chaos, there will be confusion. If that confusion occurs, it is going to occur because of what the Supreme Court has done.
Are we faced with a constitutional crisis?
Why?
No, from Tuesday.
I am saying that don't be in a hurry. Tuesday is coming. When Tuesday comes, we will see what will happen. Don't be in a hurry.
The tail of a lion.
I'm saying that don't be in a hurry. Tuesday is coming. Tuesday we will see.
Tuesday is just some few hours from here. Now, Honorable Member Habib Idrisu, MP for Talon and the first Deputy Whip over the weekend. Habib Idrisu, the NPP member of Talon constituency. Mienu omuka say NDC for. Now, let's listen to Habib Idrisu, who is the first Deputy Whip, Chief Whip, over the weekend on another program, News File, admitted that what? Former Speaker Michael Quay was what? Edian Okafa Michael Quay. Honorable Habib Idrisu, MPP MP for Talon constituency. Ediaba asem on this weekend, Obeka Cheye. Take a listen to Habib.
I'm saying the Supreme Court also because if you say that will be counter to your argument that it is only the
but the Supreme Court
that
was also of the view that yesterday I was in court. The Supreme Court was also of the view that those members were not heard. They were not.
My question to you is that if they were written to like Okoye did, you will not have a problem with
No, my understanding on Article 97(1) Gene is different entirely in the sense that if you seek to remain in the same parliament, in the case of Wayoseni, he was a member of parliament.
Let's not go to Wayoseni, completely different situation. Let's stay with Esiama. Okay. At the time Makokwe ruled, same situation. Correct?
Yes.
My question to you now is, was Makokwe wrong?
Yes. He was wrong.
He was wrong.
Yes. I'm saying the Supreme Court also
because if you say that will be counter to your argument that it is only the
but the Supreme Court
that
was also of the view that yesterday I was in court. The Supreme Court was also of the view that those members were not heard. They were not.
My question to you is that if they were written to like Okoye did, you will not have a problem with
No, my understanding on Article 97(1) Gene is different entirely in the sense that if you seek to remain in the same parliament, in the case of Wayoseni, he was a member of parliament.
Let's stay here. Let's not go to Wayoseni, completely different situation. Let's stay with Esiama. Okay. At the time Makokwe ruled, same situation. Correct?
Yes.
My question to you now is, was Makokwe wrong?
Yes. He was wrong.
He was wrong.
Yes.
Well, have you seen them? Where your friend is saying, Honorable Habib Idrisu, or a member of Parliament, Emma Tolong constituency. NPP member. Now they are prepared to eat a humble pie. Say, when Adiwe started here last week, Professor Mike Aaron Kwei Eba Bontin Obabe justify the reason why he ruled in the Fomina case to suggest that, oh, you're right, Michael Kwei said he is one of a professor what Boma ya distorted Ghana's political history. Michael Kwei. Yeah. And the majority chief whip, Habib, and a Joy FM news file, and say Saturday, and the work catcher Ghana for say yes, Michael Kwei got it all wrong. Michael Kwei got it wrong. Or getting it wrong, I then NPP for Manco Supreme Court. Me say, why NPP you did not go to the Supreme Court in the case of Michael Kwei? Namuja mama Michael Kwei or traho no interpreti constitution the way I interpret no. Mufi si Jimmy ni nyansa oh. Sebo oh say monime guase. Now Habib is telling Professor Michael Kwei was wrong in that earlier ruling. Why wouldn't you take that case in the Fomina case to Supreme Court for proper interpretation? Neba anyway no dear Cynthia Morrison and the rest ni dear Emirikatuo Kwame na afenyo marking and Supreme Court sa na dwuno okoyo se wi ntimi hu and na mode ababeto wo se yemfa. Now the NPP constitution ekura no the NPP constitution says if a candidate declares intentions of running on the ticket of independent, that candidate automatically forfeits his or her what membership. And yes, Annette here. What do you be beyond sin chain? Yenye be beyond point sin channel. Mwanka samo constitution no before answer about the constitution, the apex of the laws of Ghana no. Mwamo constitution is stated no clear in unambiguity. And other ones. So the question remains: is in this circumstance, can the Electoral Commission register two NPP candidates in the same constituency for polling? Can that be possible? Ibizam. In the Electoral Commission, obetumi aka say o ayawaso say NPP candidates or no so or independent. Can the Electoral Commission still go there and register say independent candidates no any NPP candidates on the ticket of NPP? Ebetumi ayi. The constitution of the NPP is explicitly clear that the constitution states clear how somebody can forfeit the membership or still belonging to this offensive party, and nothing can be said to be wrong about that. So what are we talking about here? So Cynthia Morrison, or independent and independent. Maybe some. Cynthia Morrison, or independent and now independent, and the likes of all of them. So why say Cynthia Morrison dear and ne ababe is issue that we need to grasp about it. Ne mudi mirika echo Supreme Court. Mo se mo to ada ho. Enioma entama apawo mo so no Nyankopon pe en obetimi akata mo so ntama. But God is not ready for. Eyenim guase kese ema NPP. Eyenim guase kese ema President Adodanko Akufo-Addo say otia kundua so how many days to go? Ni ehwere ne ne ase. 2 minutes so the twice one member no so executive presidency yaje half if in them. Folks, tonight brace yourself in a few hours to come and what is going to happen in Ghana's parliament. Coming as the curtains all rolling, the drama is about to be staged. Now, my main message me and source me uncle. Folks, now your special report near the review. Also, Mr. Annan, this is mayhem under the President Akufo-Addo, who is the wisest president in this country. Ghanaians will never forget what this man and entire family of Akufo-Addo. This man is totally cursed in this country, suffering. God bless you, Mr. Kwaku Annan. Continue your good work from Akwesidia in Ashanti region and Ode Ebae. We are saying, Kwaku, good evening. In fact, your program is delightful to watch. The efficacy and intensity of it makes it a must-watch program. Undoubtedly, your project is yielding the needed results amidst the growing concerns and dwindling despondency in our national discourse. Yes, if an idiot is in power, it's because those who elected him are well represented, said Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, the judiciary is our last arbiter. Hence, they have allowed themselves to be gaslighted by these shameful and self-seeking politicians. God is our helper. PK Kaswa. Hey, PK. And the literaturistic. PK. Yes, PK. I love that. Good one there. Yes, my ministry was quickly. So say, hi, Kwaku. The Ghana we in now is out of control because anybody or institution who is supposed to be independent is serving Nana Addo and not Ghana. Shame onto them, or you're talking about me. I don't know which one you're referring to. I'll say, hi, NDC is the majority now. I believe they would brush off that e-levy for us. We can even take 2 meals a day. Give us the fool's number to show them fire. The court is joking. God punish the judges. Hey, I do. Well, say, keep it up. May God Almighty bless you and protect you and your team. I am watching. Prophet Prosper Agbenu. I declare this prophecy upon you, that anyone dare to embarrass you, both spiritual and physical, God Almighty will smash that person when that person drink bath and use water to cook food to eat. Stay blessed, Accra. Prof, I bless this. And I thank you for your prayer. Great one. I see the police have failed Ghana, military have failed Ghana, VIP, vagabond, in power, something of that sort. Folks, hello, Kwaku Annan. Call to action, Ghana's future at stake. To the Ghana Armed Forces intervene in tomorrow's NPP-NDC showdown. Restore order, ensure peaceful resolution. Ghana's stability, unity, progress are paramount. Ghana deserves. Okay. We shall say, good evening. I am Alote watching you live from Takrade. You see everything becoming political? Even Supreme Court now political center. I hope you remember 2020 elections. Okay, food for thoughts over them. I'll say, hi, good evening, Uncle. My name is Belkis Tego. I love your show. More fire. May the Almighty Allah punish all the NPPs. Uncle, thanks for all the good informations you are bringing to us. God bless you. Kwaku, from Kwaku, from the president to the list, they all wearing the same size coat. Bob Marley was right. After all, know that the small axe ready to cut you down. The time is now. Felicia Osu and Ode Ebae. Folks, Yabre, I have an eye problem tonight. And they're not just eye BBL, but at least me too many my program. Yes, Anna. Folks, my main family in here. Onyankopon Yadoma. We are gauging the space tomorrow. We are gathering all events, and then Wednesday, Yedni go at the amount. Well, I say I wish this program can be carried on every night because it's very educative and eye-opening. From Kofi Annan Kelvin, your #1 fan. Stop watching the 2TV because of you. You stop watching it. Okay. Folks, me the boys here. Great guys, say Bob Chidamno. Kings Campbell online air data. The two great guys, indefatigable Yao Yamba, executive producer, and then credible Umina Boame online editors. Kofi Ansan, director of research, and of course, in Kofi Ejiri, Umina Boame the program. Folks, we are gauging tonight. We've thrown our Trojan horses all tonight. We are monitoring the event all up to tomorrow. Our parliamentarians, Ebabe Transi, na Wanomaiden, Asheno Medi Jumano, ye monitoring na near the Aba. Oh, okay. So that is it. All right. Rainy, I'll say, Why is it that all the media houses not talking about the accident? Which accident, Ben Awoking? Okay, I don't know, but folks, me will see in some no a Dawson, me will see say me video kwa na moka. Great, folks. Nyame Aduma Wednesday will come your way with this special edition continuation near the Nyoma Artoto. My name still remains Kwaku Annan, your investigative journalist and the host of this program. Folks, until I come your way Wednesday, bye for now.